Do you guys know how the chimpanzee looks without hair? This is how a chimpanzee looks without hair, and this is in response to one of the haters who left a comment on the GoFundMe for that lady who called a kid that word. Yes, so I hope I've cleared the air. That's how a chimpanzee looks without hair. And with that being said, hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So there's a video that is going viral right now, and if you have seen it already, you know how disturbing it is. And if you haven't, don't worry, I'll play it for you in a moment, with full credit to the creator who originally reacted to this video. The video shows a palm color woman named Sheila from Minnesota calling a small child that word. So this woman went viral because of that. But it gets worse. This woman who verbally attacked a child has nearly raised $500,000 US because of that. Let that sink in. $500,000 US for being hateful towards a black child. Do you understand what that means? And what's even more telling are the comments left by the white donors on the GoFundMe page, which is, by the way, terminated. The things that were said in those comments are the main reason why I had to make that video that I've made at the beginning of this video. Because one of the comments are referred to black people as. The way these white folks came out, it's like they've been waiting for this type of opportunity to publicly, announce how they truly feel about black people. By the way, did I mention that this child is autistic? I've collected a few clips for you guys of people reacting to the comments. The main issue here are the comments that the white donors left on her GoFundMe. They're so disturbing. So let's get into this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm gonna leave my own 2 cents at the end of this video. Let's watch this.
You call him a child? Did you call the child the word?
Yeah, spoiler alert, while I censor it, she uses that word in this video multiple times. Rochester, Minnesota is where this happened. There's a man, we'll just say that he is not white, right? He is at the park with his children. He sees this woman start berating a little black boy, calling him the N-word, and he confronts her.
Did you call him a child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him a Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. Alright, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's you dumb.
Nobody digging through your
A little kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a The little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call a child, 5-year-old, and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
That's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a
Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
God help us. She claims that other child took her son's belongings. That's what kicked this off. The guy who recorded the video is familiar with the other child. When he brings his children there, that child and his siblings are often there and play together. The kid she's going after has autism. He doesn't behave in a neurotypical way. And even if he didn't have autism, nothing he could have done would justify her calling him slurs and pursuing him physically, which is what she says she was doing before this guy intervened. He said after he stopped recording, she sat down, hurled more slurs, told him and his wife that they should leave the country, and then got on the phone and acted like she was calling someone to come down there and handle things. Fortunately, no one came, and eventually she packed up her child and left. But this woman is a danger to children. She doesn't need to be on a playground or around other kids. And she has at least one child of her own, which is also concerning. So Rochester, Minnesota, someone do me a favor. Take a close look at her tattoos. You can see her face clearly. Someone please tell me who she is.
The fact that GiveSendGo is allowing people to be racist on their profile and raise almost $200,000 for a woman who called a 5-year-old autistic little boy the N-word is insane to me. As you can see, she raised around $300,000 in a total of one day after calling a 5-year-old child the N-word and accusing him of going into her purse and taking one of her son's squeezable fruit snacks. These are a little bit of the remarks made on the donations. There was a $1,776 donation from an anonymous giver saying, "Thank you for noticing the content of his character." There was another one for $1,500 that says, "If people don't stand up for each other, no one will stand up for us. They gave $500,000 to Austin Metcalf's killer. Let's protect a woman who stood up to Somalian Stretch out your hand from y'all." And then this one right here, $650 from Elijah Schaefer, saying, "Sending my personal support. We are all fatigued and know that rather than changing their behavior, minorities insist on trying to police our words. I expect nothing less than animal behavior for the like I said, give, send, go. You need to monitor who is able to use your platform.
Take a look at this. This person, as you see here, who you can read their name, Shiloh Hendricks, was seen in a park in Minnesota calling a 5-year-old child the N-word repeatedly. And when confronted about her behavior towards a child who she says was taking her little one's toys or whatever they had, she continued to berate the child, whom we could see their, a portion of them, but not the full person. And we understand that this child and siblings come to the park all the time and so forth. And I just wanted you all to know that now that she has been called out and people are starting to know exactly who she is, we're starting to see this. She has created a give, send, go, or basically a GoFundMe stating, "Help me protect my family." She's looking to raise $150,000. Y'all, when I saw it earlier today, it was at $90,000. It is officially at $105,000. And the comments are unreal. No one has given their name. Everyone is, of course, anonymous. Some people are giving 20, some 11, some 10, and each one of them is saying unbelievable things about having to be around. Yeah. They didn't say the word, but it's exhausting, and it's this and it's that. Y'all, call her out. Call her out. I need you all to call her out. I'm going to tag a couple of people in this that I know that are covering this, and contact these people and let them know why she wants this money. This needs to be stopped. Absolutely needs to be stopped. Shallow girl, we see you. We absolutely see you.
You call him a child?
I don't really see anybody talking about this, but this woman in the video has raised $188,000, and all of the money is coming from fellow white supremacist of hers, and the comments are rather atrocious. I might have to cross some of them out just to be able to post them. This is her poor me bio, as if she hasn't done anything wrong and is the one being harassed. It's quite vile, to say the least. Pause to read. Pause to read. And the cross out here is YT. Another great one. The cross out is unalive. Here's two. See the My Heart Goes Out to You. Find that rather interesting. The one above it is just as deplorable. Here's another one. Mind you, I'm only showing you some of the more intense ones that I am able to show on this app without getting flagged. YT. All of those cross-outs are the N-word. Here they are saying it out publicly. Here is a donation from a literal white supremacist hate group. Pause to read. Another one. And a well-known podcast dude who is also a YT supremacist. All of that to say is that she initially started this at 150,000 and it went viral on X, and all of the YT supremacist hate group people are really pushing this and sending her a crap ton of money. I have already sent a complaint to Give, Send, Go, but they also platformed Kyle Rittenhouse and allowed them to raise money for him, so I doubt they will do anything. However, it would not hurt if everybody just sent a message and said how deplorable it is for them to accept money from a YT supremacist, for a YT supremacist. Yeah, so you can find it by looking for help me protect my family, Give, Send, Go. And it is the first link. Do what you will with that information.
Have you guys seen the video of the girl who went viral for calling that 5-year-old at the park the N-word? Yeah, she started basically like a GoFundMe, and it has raised $114,000. The wild part is like a lot of the people that are in the donation comments area, they're anonymous, of course, because they obviously don't have the guts to expose who they truly are. But it's crazy to think that she has gained that much money and that many people support her and what she did.
Y'all, listen to this. So I was on Twitter and I see this video and it says white woman catches a black boy taking stuff from her diaper bag, her son's diaper bag, and calls him a slur. The full story is the kid is 5 years old and autistic. And no, the first thing you should do when you see a child doing wrong is not to go have a talk with them, not to go have a talk with their parents. Your first thing to do is go up to them and call them an N-word. That's so classy and that's amazing. That's the first thing you should do. How are you going to do that and then get mad that you got doxxed? You're doing that while you're holding your baby in your hand. That is disgusting. Like, who raised you? And they want to call black people animals and bad people. Are you fucking stupid? Don't mind that. My dog chewed my bed. Now, the woman raised $20,000 in a GoFundMe that says, protect my family. People are dead ass sticking up for her in the comments. Oh, go white women. White women are finally fed up. Da da da.
Okay, so let's talk about this. And before we close this video, I want to say this again and loud and clear. The child that this palm color woman called that word is autistic. Yeah, it's a 5-year-old black autistic child. Verbally, yes. Over some toys, I guess. And somehow, this woman became almost a millionaire in the process. Let's not sugarcoat this. The word she used is, yes, you know, that wasn't some, I don't know. We know what that means. We know the history behind that word. She's not even supposed to think about that word towards a small black child. Okay? In short, that was a racial slur weaponized against a defenseless little boy. And yet, instead of being held accountable or facing consequences, this woman became a poster child for hate, getting rewarded with hundreds and thousands of dollars in donations. And to the people who always say, why do black people always make everything about race? And if you're one of those people who like commenting that, I hope this should be the last time you sent that comment should be the last time you ever write that comment to me. Okay? Because this is why. This is why the videos that I've posted lately are the reasons why, because everything is about race, okay? If a racist can raise nearly $1 million for verbally abusing a child in broad daylight on camera with no remorse, it's not just about one woman's hatred, it's about the response to it. All the donors. Look at how the internet, particularly a large portion of palm color, rallied around her. You know, look at what they wrote in the comments of her GoFundMe. This wasn't just donations; these were statements. The donations came with how they felt. They feel about black folks. It's like they've been preparing this for long. These were like time, yes. They were loud and unfiltered. Okay. Some of the things they said in those comments were so vile, so filled with hatred. You wouldn't believe people would have the audacity to write them publicly, let alone while donating the money to a rushed. Guys, it's almost like, like I said, they've been waiting for this moment, a chance to finally say the quiet part loud. A chance to unite under a banner of hatred, using this woman as a vessel for their shared prejudice, and they paid for that opportunity and they paid generously. I saw somebody who donated like $1,500. Like what? Let's call this what it is: a hate economy with bigotry, because profitable and racism is treated like a brand you can invest in. They invested in this woman for doing what she did. You want to talk about everything being about race? Really? Yeah, it is, because no other group could, go after a child and be showered with money later on after that and encouraged. Oh my goodness. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this. Welcome to America, I guess. And the most heartbreaking part, that child, a black child, is autistic, innocent. And I guess he didn't even realize that what he did, he wasn't supposed to do that. I'm sure he wasn't even aware of what he did. A child who will now be part of a viral, video, not for anything he did, but for how cruelly he was treated simply for being black. Yeah, no amount of money, no amount of viral attention, no amount of outrage can erase that moment. I feel for the mother right now. I mean, you have an autistic child and then your child is treated like that. It does reveal something disturbing about where we are and as a society, about how people have normalized this kind of behavior. This is sad, no? So when we say everything is about breasts, it's not a complaint, it's a reality. It's an observation backed by examples. Example after example after example. And this case right here is one of the loudest examples we've seen in a while. Let's not get distracted by the excuse this woman gave that the child took her kids' toys. That doesn't justify anything. Not the slur, not the public shaming, not the verbal abuse. Nothing excuses a child, adult, a grown adult calling a 5-year-old black autistic child a racial slur. Nothing justifies that. And yet, instead of being called out by her own community, instead of being condemned, she was lifted up, celebrated, donated to. Wow. Because when the system protects and even rewards someone like her, it sends a very clear message that black children are not safe, that black lives are not valued. This is so disgusting. Now, I want to take a moment to I think you've seen the comments. I almost wanted to post some comments, but I'm sure you've seen some of them in those clips that I've played for you guys. So with that being said, what do you guys think about this video? What does it say about this society that a woman can go viral for being assist? I mean, we've seen plenty of that, but not this kind, whereby this a full-grown woman, a mother, does this to another. Oh my goodness. And then get paid for it. What does it say about the people who funded her, about the system that allows this to happen? Anyway, I'm so glad that the GoFundMe is terminated. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you guys think about this. Let's talk about this. Let's comment, and please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.